Straight ahead on WBKB, some safety measures as restaurants prepare to seat diners again.
Plus, a report on COVID vaccinations in our area, and today is National Chocolate Cake Day.
You're watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Stewart.
And I'm Tyler Cruz. Well, tonight, Governor Gretchen Whitmer will deliver her third State of the State address since being elected. According to a statement from her office, Whitmer is expected to, quote, reflect on her actions she has taken as governor to support Michiganders, eradicating COVID-19, strengthening the state's economy, and fixing the road ahead, end quote. The governor is expected to speak at 7 p.m., and WBKB will carry the broadcast live on its Fox station.
Yeah, Tyler, and one Upper Peninsula business owner is already speaking out against the governor's State of the State address. Eric Kalunin of Amique says he believes the state should have adopted a different approach to the pandemic.
What I would have done was educate the public exactly the way Kristi Noem did in South Dakota, let them know the risks they're taking, and allow the general public to make their own decisions. This is not, we don't live in a communist state yet. We're heading there fast. And then in the case of Michigan, they're acting like we're in it.
Last year, Kalunin launched the statewide billboard campaign, All Business is Essential, opposing the governor's shutdown orders. He urged businesses to reopen in spite of the governor's executive orders, which have since been ruled unconstitutional.
Well, District Health Department number 4 is asking for the community's patience as they continue to administer the COVID-19 vaccine. The department says they're working with a limited supply of the vaccine, and as of this morning, the department reports close to 8,000 people pre-registered to receive their shots. 4,508 vaccines have been given to date, and last week they attempted to order over 1,900 doses for this week's clinics. Last week, the department was notified that they would only be receiving 500 doses. As a result, they had to cancel 3 vaccination clinics planned for this week. Also Wednesday, Mid-Michigan Health announced easing its visitor restrictions beginning today. Visiting hours for medical center inpatient units will be daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Behavioral health units will be daily from 6 to 8 p.m. and visitors of patients in specialized care units are advised to check with the nurses station.
Well, with restaurants resuming indoor dining next week, the state plans to give some bars and restaurants its stamp of approval to show what places are following COVID-19 restrictions. Many restaurants will open their doors to seat guests Monday, with some new restrictions in place, including a curfew and capacity limits. The state's certification program, called Michigan COVID-19 Safer Dining, requires restaurants to abide by all CDC and Michigan Department of Health and Human Services guidelines. Some Michigan restaurant owners say they're undecided on whether to join the dining program.
We're on a web page with other owners, and that seems to be the consensus, that they're a little gun shy about jumping into something like that because it is an investment, and we don't know if it really even works.
And the program, which is voluntary, also requires restaurants to work with a certified HVAC inspector to help reduce the risks of spreading COVID-19. WBKB reached out to several restaurants around town, and as of yet, no one has confirmed if they are planning to enroll in that program. For more information about the program, you can visit michigan.gov/coronavirus. Well, now that widespread distribution of the coronavirus vaccine is underway, many people are dreaming of the day they can return to things that they love, like traveling. As our lives eventually get back to normal, some observers say there's another item travelers may need to add to their checklist.
As we continue to work our way through the coronavirus pandemic, there's one more item that travelers may eventually need to add to their checklist. A vaccine passport isn't a requirement right now, but some observers say that could change as coronavirus vaccines are rolled out in the U.S. and abroad. Various technology groups have already begun working on applications that will allow users to upload their vaccination status. But Ruth Ann Sutterth with the Michigan Health and Hospital Association says equity of vaccine distribution must first be addressed before a vaccine passport becomes a widespread reality.
I can certainly understand the merit in considering, vaccine passports as an additional way to give confidence to travelers and those places where they might be traveling to. But we have a lot of concerns about issues that could create with equity for folks that can't access the vaccine.
Earlier in January, Governor Whitmer announced a goal of vaccinating 50,000 Michiganders per day, but a vaccine shortage could slow those efforts.
And Americans are urged to reconsider going overseas right now after new restrictions went into effect Tuesday. All passengers traveling by air must present negative COVID-19 tests taken within 3 calendar days of departure or proof of recovery from the virus within the last 90 days.
Well, Great Lakes Fire and Safety Equipment of Alpena will now be operating under a new name. The business, located on South State Avenue in Alpena, is a family-owned business that has been operating for over 30 years. They were acquired this week by CertaSite, a new commercial fire protection and life safety company that was founded in 2018 and headquartered in Indianapolis. Great Lakes Fire and Safety will be the 6th CertaSite location in Michigan. All 9 of the Great Lakes employees will be joining the CertaSite family and keeping their jobs with the company. In a statement, previous owner Tammy Buiva says, quote, "We fully believe that under CertaSite, our customers will continue to experience excellent customer service and will benefit from advancements like online customer portals, expanded service areas, and multi-location support," end quote. And the Thunder Bay International Film Festival has some of the winners of its student film contest. High school senior Nick Lasardi managed to win both first and second place this year with his films Mermaids Specifically and Kitchen Sink, respectively. In third place are Lillian Wood, Bryce Moe, and Maverick Reed with their film Freshwater Is. Katie Wolf, liaison for Friends of Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary, says one viewer, impressed with the students' work, has even offered a donation to Alpena High School. This was the 9th year of the Thunder Bay Invitational Film Festival, which runs films about our maritime resources from around the world.
That's very nice,
yes.
huh?
Congratulations.
Yes, for sure. Well, today, January 27th, marks National Chocolate Cake Day. And some facts about the sweet treat. In America, chocolate was consumed primarily as a beverage until the 1830s or 40s. Chocolate cakes, as we think of them today, mostly did not exist then. In 1847, a popular Philadelphia cookbook author, Eliza Leslie, published the earliest chocolate cake recipe in the Ladies' Receipt Book. And as we talk about chocolate cake and other chocolate-inspired treats, it's a great way to start thinking about Valentine's Day. Our friends at North Country Candy and Gifts say they have a few special treats in the works.
Valentine's Day is coming up, which means chocolate is kind of a big deal right now. We do a lot of things dipped in chocolate throughout the year, like chocolate-covered Twinkies, graham crackers, Oreos, Nutter Butters, those kind of things. And then for Valentine's Day, we also have chocolate-covered strawberries.
And Reamer says that they will even have a Valentine's Day special for, get this, chocolate-covered bacon roses. How about that? Yeah. For a sweet treat, you can visit North Country Candy and Gifts right on North Bagley Street and M32.
You know what they say, Sherry, bacon makes it better.
Makes it better. There is more news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, WBKB's Stephanie Minichi highlights one local woman's journey from retail sales to business ownership.
20 degrees, so another cool day for tomorrow. The cool temperatures remain in the forecast into the end of the week, but I'll let you know when some warmer temperatures look to move in coming up later in the newscast.
And thank you for that, Ellie. Well, there is a lane closure in Alpena Township on Thursday morning. That's tomorrow, January 28th. Effective at 8 a.m., the right lane of eastbound traffic on Michigan 32 West will be closed. A water service line is being repaired between Crittenden Court and the traffic light to the Home Depot. The closure will be in effect until the completion of the repairs. And on this week's Next Level Wednesday, WBKB's Stephanie Minichi digs deep with a local salt spa owner who shares her journey to fulfillment. Let's take a look.
I'm here today with Lisa Parlberg, owner of Alpena Salt Spa. She is going to give us insight as to how you can become an owner of your own spa. So Lisa, tell me, how did you just become an owner of a salt spa?
So basically, I was in retail management for several years, and so I managed Sunglass Huts, which is a fabulous job. I recommend any younger kids to apply there when they're looking for a part-time job or full-time. And so a lot of times, you know, I was very happy at the job, loved it. I've managed 2 stores, but then it came a point where someone came along and said they were looking for someone else to work at one of the JCPenney optical stores. And I thought, well, there's a new challenge for me. Then I decided, you know what, this retail anymore just isn't for me. I need to do something where people come in happier and, you know, stay happy. And so I'd always had in the back of my mind I wanted to do skincare. I tried to take good care of my skin.
Thank you, Tanya Marie, for sending us this photo. If you have a photo such as nature shots, pics with friends, or interesting sights you see that you'd like to send us, email it along with a short description to news@WBKB11.com.
And thank you for that, Ellie. We should keep it that way. There's not a lot of snowfall on the ground. Sports is coming up next, but first we have Jake Vanderbrook with a preview. Jake, what's going on tonight?
Hey, what's happening? Next in sports, the search begins for the Alpena Board of Commissioners as they're looking to find a new management group to run Northern Lights Arena. More on that. Plus, AJ Hinch was in need for a catcher. Well, he now has one. We'll tell you who the Tigers picked up when WBKB News at 6 returns.
And welcome back. Well, before we send you off tonight, I wanted to share a really cute story I found from an Australian zoo. An unlikely friendship has formed between a kangaroo joey and a koala joey at the Australian Reptile Park. According to a release from the park, the relationship started when Ash, the koala, climbed from her perch to introduce herself to Frankie, the kangaroo, and the two have been inseparable ever since. Ash is one of the first koalas born from a breeding program launched after bushfires devastated the koala population in 2020. And judging by Frankie, we're not the only ones happy to see that she's found a friend. And as always, you can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop on other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
Or be sure to check us out on our Facebook page and Twitter handle at WBKB11.
And that's all we have for you this evening. Be sure to catch us back here tonight at 11 with Stephanie Manici. Have a great evening.